Welcome to the Archive Network. I'm Aurelius, and with me, as always, Malik. We curate the Lineage archive. Today we open a new file. Sapa Inca Dynasty, Hanan Cusco. Malik, you've had this one on your desk for a while. In the mists of the Andean dawn, a dynasty was born, not just of blood, but of legend. The Incas emerged from a world of peril and awe. Where mountains touch the sky and rivers carve ancient valleys, their story begins. This is the tale of not just rulers, but those who claim descent from the sun itself.
But let's not forget the human side of this legend. The rulers might have claimed they were descended from the gods, but their grip on power was often shaky. They constantly faced threats from rivals like the Shanka and the Ayamaka, who were always ready to challenge them. It's crucial to understand the anxiety that shaped their decisions and the lives of the people caught in the middle, not just the grand stories of conquest and glory.
Early Cusco was, to put it simply, a modest settlement. It found itself surrounded by powerful enemies eager to seize any opportunity. The Incas held tightly to their divine genealogy, seeing it as a source of strength and legitimacy. Their rule, though symbolic, masked a deep vulnerability that we now know was just waiting to be tested. History shows us that such vulnerabilities often lead to dramatic shifts. The stakes were high, and the tension palpable.
That vulnerability became glaringly apparent during the Shanka invasion in the late 1430s. It was a moment of crisis that really exposed the true nature of leadership. Viracocha, the reigning Sapa Inca, chose to flee instead of standing his ground. He abandoned his people, leaving them to face annihilation alone. Imagine the fear in their eyes as they realized their leader had turned his back on them. That decision changed everything, leaving a deep scar on the hearts of those who remained.
A crucial moment, without a doubt. Yet it was this very chaos that allowed Cusi Yupanqui to step into the spotlight. An untested prince, he rallied what remained of the city's warriors. In the face of panic, he didn't falter. He inspired action. His response became a defining chapter in the Incas' rise. By grasping the reins during turmoil, he not only saved his people, but set the stage for a legacy that would echo through the ages.
But let's be clear, this wasn't just a heroic tale. Cusi's actions came from a place of necessity, not mere ambition. The survival of the Inca depended on his ability to pull together a fractured city. It wasn't about basking in glory. This was a raw, gritty fight for existence, where every decision carried weight. People's lives hung in the balance, and Cusi knew that uniting his people was the only way to have any hope for a future.
True. Against all odds, the Inca repelled the Shanka, a feat that seemed impossible at the time. This defense marked the birth of the Hanan Cusco Dynasty. Cusi Yupanqui then became Pachacuti, Inca Yupanqui, the world shaker. His victory wasn't just a military triumph. It was the dawn of a new order that reshaped the social and political landscape of the region. In this moment, we see how the threads of history are woven together, creating a tapestry of power and ambition.
Yet, it's essential to see this shift as a double-edged sword. The rise of the Hanan branch didn't just elevate a new ruling class. It also pushed the Huron branch aside, leading to real heartbreak for many families. This new royalty wasn't only about divine kingship. It created rifts and divisions that would haunt the dynasty for generations. You can almost feel the tension in the air. Power struggles weren't just inevitable. They were deeply personal, tearing apart relationships and communities.
Pachacuti's reign transformed Cusco in ways we can hardly imagine. The city was rebuilt in robust stone, marking a significant upgrade from its earlier humble adobe structures. Monumental architecture rose, a testament to the Sapa Inca's newfound power. This wasn't just about aesthetics. It was a calculated display of authority. The layout of the city even aligned with celestial patterns, making it clear that this was a place of both earthly and divine significance. Such decisions shape legacies.
But it's important to remember that this transformation came at a cost. The grandeur of the Coricancha, The Temple of the Sun glittered with gold and shimmered in the light, but poverty still loomed in the shadows. The lavish rituals that celebrated Pachacuti as the living son of Inti didn't erase the daily struggles of the common people. They still faced hunger and hardship, their voices often lost in the echoes of that golden glory.
You're not wrong. The court became a theater of power, a grand stage where elaborate hierarchies and dazzling festivals reinforced Pachacuti's authority to the masses. But this centralization wasn't just for show. It allowed for innovations that strengthened the empire's very foundation. The influx of labor and tribute into Cusco invigorated its economy and bolstered its defenses. So, while we admire the spectacle, we must also recognize how these strategies fueled the empire's relentless growth and stability.
Yes, but every stone laid deepened the royal divisions that were already there. The empire's expansion often masked the simmering internal strife. As the sun dipped below the horizon over Pachacuti's transformed Cusco, the Sapa Inca Dynasty stood on the brink of greatness, yet also teetered on the edge of conflict. Families were torn apart by rivalry, and alliances shifted like sand. The seeds of discord were sown, and the human cost was just beginning to unfold.
The dawn of the Inca Empire has only just begun. Cusco has transformed from a local power into the nucleus of an empire in the making. New palaces rise and echoing plazas stretch across the landscape, standing as a testament to both unity and rivalry. Yet, even as we marvel at these grand constructions, the true test of this dynasty might still looms ahead. Will they unite the diverse cultures, or will internal strife threaten their very foundation?
That's where we leave it for now. Part 1 of 5, Sapa Inca Dynasty, Hanan Cusco, is far from done. If you're new here, we're Aurelius and Malik, curators of the Lineage Archive, part of the Archive Network. Part 2 drops soon.